Yeah, so as usual, Vaiguru Ka Khalsa, Vaiguru Ji Fateh. So as usual, we'll have like a 10-15 minute little chit chat, and then we will walk into um, health, mind and health, things like that. So you will have noticed snowdrops are coming up. Yeah. Yeah. So spring is in the air, and we are about to go from that kind of dark, wintry days into some kind of light. Yeah. New energy. New energy. This synchronization is critical, right? Most of us, because we feel that or we are compelled to celebrate newness in the middle of winter, we forget actually newness starts now. So we are out of sync with the whole existence. And once you change the clocks, you're all over the place, right? So it's just a way of circadian rhythm disruption. But okay, this synchronization is an opportunity. Now you may think, oh, it is just the snowdrops and the daffodils that are coming up. But the astute observer watches around them and they see, EU's coming on fire. The farmers are blocking the roads. Parliamentary buildings have been welded, so people can't enter. People in the southern border of America are starting to take control of uncontrolled immigration. People around the world who have spent billions on electric vehicles now leave them abandoned because it is just not cost effective. So all the temperatures that have been used selectively to tell you that the climate crisis have now been proved to be wrong, false. All the stuff that you were told about COVID being safe, it's wrong once again. So what do you believe? Who do you believe? So in this process where everything becomes unhinged, this is a newness. This is your opportunity, my opportunity to determine what kind of life you want. That's your choice. And the choice is simply if we disregard everything. So start with the premise that everything you know is incorrect. Everything, including what you think about yourself. That's absolutely fundamental, right? That way, when you are confronted with lies, you won't freak out. You won't try to defend it. You'll say, yeah, could be, could be. Someone calls you and you're a infinite spirit. You could say, yeah, could be. Someone says, well, you're nothing but a machine. Yeah, could be. Open, open to the whole thing. So you don't have to defend yourself. Through that opening, you provide yourself a space. You're not fighting the world. You have to look at your own life. Now, when everything is going a bit haywire, there's only one thing that's going to give you your trust. So where does trust come from? Trust comes from truth. What is the truth? The truth is that you're alive. The truth is that you exist. The truth is that you can focus within and know your life. And that life tells you. That life is your indicator. That life tells you when you can't believe anything else, and that would be the premise I would ask you to go for, then the only place left is you. And through that, many things unfold. One of the most important things that unfolds is trust. You begin to trust yourself. Out of that trust arises freedom. You're free. You've always been free. The only problem is you didn't choose to be free. Why? Because of the constraints you're all born in. The religious nonsense, the schooling, the education, the culture, the language, all of that keeps you in your little control system and you never realize what you are. until your dying day. And then you realize, oh, wow, what have I been doing? What have I been doing? Because this life is so, so precious. And we only know it when it's not there, which is why we miss people. Yet, we never take the time out to know the preciousness of ourselves. How will we miss not being here? This truth, this fundamental truth, this fundamental question allows you not to go to another for the answer, but the answer you're going to find in yourself. And that answer that you're going to find in yourself has a number of qualities. And those qualities aren't what I'm telling you. They will be experienced, and they're experienced whenever you shut everything off and look within, you will discover what you are. It's like you don't know what's going on in your own living room, but we're so interested in the neighbors. That's how we live our life. We never look at our own space with that transparent look, no judgment, no judgment, open, no judgment. Things are the way they are, no resistance, just openness. And in that, we provide ourselves this opportunity of trust, this opportunity of freedom. Freedom to be able to make a choice, not based on your mind, your ego, and everyone else's stimulation, but what your heart tells you. It's heart intuition. Heart intuition, where the heart begins to lead you. And people who have done some of the Hitler stuff with us, they know exactly what we mean. That the mind may be saying one thing, but the heart is so strong. And we begin to realize, wow, we've been living through the spectacles of our mind. And we forgot that there is a different way of living. And this is where humanity is coming to now. Have to realize everything else around you. Ask yourself. Just look around you. What can you now rely on? What can you rely on? Whether it's religions, whether it's whatever, doesn't matter where you look at. All the firm structures, wherever you look at right now, you will find everything has cracks in it. If it hasn't got cracks in it, it's already fallen. It's already fallen. 10 years ago, would you have thought that? Never. 5 years ago, you would have thought that. But today, you will question everything. You will question everything. And this is a great opportunity because we've been living a foolish dream. And now we are awakening to a new consciousness, and nothing can stop it. It's happening whether you like it or not. And the only choice we have is either to go with the flow, meaning, so we use the word, why are we doing this? We're saying it's post transformational trauma prevention. Yeah, post trans post transformational. So since 2020, when we began this stuff, we realized that paradigm is about to change. And when things are going from one way to another, while you're going through that trauma, while you're going through the chaos, you don't realize the trauma. You only realize the trauma when it stops. So these ideas or this understanding of bringing together a way of enabling people to ground themselves along the way, will ensure that 2026, 27, when you truly do wake up and say, wow, what a ride, what a ride, while others are starting to pick the pieces of their life together. That's the difference. Because the trauma of this change is such. And I can just give you one scenario. All those who have invested in a belief system that says to them that there is this external being that's looking after them, and this external being is only yours, and there is no other life anywhere in the universe because you're the chosen one, and you've lived your life like that. And all of a sudden, a whole bunch of extraterrestrials pop up. What happens to your books? What happens to your religious system? What happens to you being the chosen one? Where do you go now? And as absurd as it sounds today, I feel in a year or two's time, we're going to look back and we're going to think, wow, man, did we believe some nonsense? Did we believe, or were we made to believe some nonsense? And that's what the realization is going to be. You didn't have a choice. You're extremely lucky now that you're starting to awaken a bit to yourself and to say, hold on a second, there's got to be more to life than just what I thought it to be. And that is you. That's you taking hold of your life. And if someone said, what is your truth? Your truth is you're alive. That's it. There's no other truth. And to know that it has an expiry date and not to realize this is to have wasted an opportunity that may never, ever come back again. But the opportunity to give you that which has those qualities I spoke about: trust, truth, freedom, but also something called eternal, but not in the way we think. Because the moment of now is always eternal. And once you ground yourself in the moment of now, how can you be anything else? Does that make sense? Well, I hope it does. Anyway, so how do we experience that eternal space in ourselves? Because we don't want to believe someone else. And you don't. You've got to start off with that premise. Whatever you're telling me may be the truth, but it's not mine. And my truth is the only truth is I'll put my hand in the fire and then I know what burning is. Not because I've read it in a book, not because you've told me, but just because of that. And my burning is not the same as your burning. That's the other thing, right? So our truth is very independent to us. So when we say eternal, we say peace, we say tranquility, we're not saying that they're external. There's something that you experience for yourself, within yourself. It's there. You just come out of the noise and it's there. And it'll always be there. And because it's always there, this becomes your foundation of your truth. And nothing can upset that. Nothing can move that. This is what it means to be sovereign, to be free, to be embedded in the present moment. Not just simply living in the present moment, but to go a stage further, to be the presence in the moment. But that's a whole new story. Okay, so we'll begin with our meditation. So, as usual, you just simply adjust your posture. Straighten your back. Pull your shoulders slightly back so your chest feels open. And if you pull your chin in slowly, the back of your neck stretches. So we do these very deliberate, slow movements to become aware of the body, because we're always in the mind. All anxiety, all depression, all stress is a product of the mind, not of the body. So, as you breathe in, become aware of your body as best as you can. Notice your posture. So you're not thinking about yourself, you're not trying to draw yourself or imagine yourself. You sense yourself. And then, if you can, we want to scan the body for anything that's dominant, like a pain, a tightness, an itch, pressure, and you begin from the top of your head. Imagine a hula hoop, and as this hoop begins to descend, we scan the body. Scan the body. Notice if there's anything solid, anything that draws your attention, like a pain, an ache, a tightness, an itch, a sensation that's just dominant. Locate it, no commentary, no judgment. Seeing your body for what it is. Once you've done that, on your next breath in, bring your focus to your inner space and see if you can note what's going on. So, for example, if you have any concerns or if you're anxious, see if you can give it a scale, a score. 5 meaning extreme, 1 means low. If you're worried, if you're stressed, or even if you're peaceful, how peaceful are you? 1 or profoundly peaceful? 5. How do you feel right now? And be honest with yourself. And then gently bring your focus to your seat. And you will notice that the seat holds you in place. All your weight carried, held. You can completely afford to let go. Sensations where the chair makes contact with your body. And then as you breathe in, allow this awareness to move up, scanning your hips. And then gently move your focus down from your hips towards your thighs. Again, just scanning, looking for sensations. Any sensation that's dominant, that draws your focus. And then from your knees, you move down from the back of your legs, front of your legs. And then from your ankles to your feet. And then from your feet to the soles of your feet. Bringing your focus back to the seat you're on. Again, just notice how well you held in place, reminding yourself how you're embedded in the moment of now. The ground holds you, the space holds you. And now we're going to allow our focus to move up our back, from our lower back up to the middle back, lightly scanning looking for any sensation that's dominant. From our middle back, we move up towards the shoulder blades. Take your time. Notice your shoulders and see if you can allow them to soften. And then gently bringing your focus from your shoulders down to your elbows. From your elbows to your wrists. Notice the palms of your hands. Notice your fingers. And then as you breathe in, bringing your focus towards your eyes. Notice the darkness or whatever you have awareness of. The back of your eyelids. Notice that this awareness cannot be switched off. You can have awareness of your thoughts, awareness of the back of your eyelids, and then as you breathe out, you allow your eyes to soften. Next breath in, move your focus towards your mouth. Notice your lips. Scanning the top lip. Scanning the lower lip. And then gently moving your focus within your mouth. On the roof of your mouth. On the inside cheeks. Notice your tongue. Allow it to soften. Allow your jaw to soften. And then as you breathe out, you allow your face to soften. Next breath in, once again, become aware of your body from head to toe, as best as you can. What's going on with the body at the moment? Any pain, any ache, any tightness? Moving your focus beneath your nose and begin to watch your breath. Notice the breath moves in, stops, and the breath moves out, stops. The breath moves in is not the same as the breath moves out. Allow your breath to breathe by itself. Holding your focus just beneath your nose. Allowing the mind to settle. Stay with your breath. On your next breath in, bring your focus to your inner space. What's going on within you? Now you have the freedom to notice what's going on with your mental space. Not trying to solve anything. Is there anything dominant in the mind today? What have you been occupied with? Where has your mind been, your thoughts been? Where has your focus been? Do you feel alert? Do you feel drowsy? Can you focus or are you distracted? Then gently moving your focus to your chest. And here you begin to notice that the chest moves in as the breath comes in. Breath goes in, chest moves out. As the chest moves in, the breath goes out. Holding your focus at your chest. Awareness of the movement of your chest. Awareness of those subtle sensations around your ribs. Notice how effortless the breath moves in, how effortless the chest moves out. Everything happening in balance. Now move your focus a bit deeper into yourself, right into your very heart. See if you can hold your focus there. The very core of you. And as you hold your focus there, notice how you're actually feeling right this moment. Do you feel peaceful? Do you feel anxious? If you feel peaceful, how peaceful do you feel? If you feel anxious, how anxious do you feel? Right this moment. On your next breath out, gently open your focus to all the sounds around you. Begin to listen, allowing any sound to come to you. Not thinking about anything, not working anything out, not looking for it. Simply listening. Gently bring your focus just beneath your nose, anchored to your breath. Notice the in-breath coming in, notice the out-breath going out. When you find your focus has drifted, distracted by a sound, a thought, a noise, or my voice, notice the distraction gently, firmly come back to your breath. Your commitment is to stay with your breath as long as you can. Your constant companion. Stay with your breath. Notice the in-breath moving in, notice the out-breath moving out. Stay with your breath. Notice your in-breath has a start and an end, your out-breath has a start and an end. Following your out-breath all the way till the end. Notice exactly when it finishes. Notice how your breath feels. Does it feel light? Does it feel labored and heavy? Does your breath feel smooth or does it feel rough? Now, as best as you can, bring your focus to the sound of your breath. And if there's no sound, that too is sound. Listening to the in-breath, listening to the out-breath. listening to the in breath, listening to the out breath. And now, once again, on your next breath out, you simply open your awareness to all sounds around you, including the sound of your breath. Listening, allowing every bell to take you deeper into the silence, just following it. Notice your experience. If you feel peaceful, focus on the peace. If you feel silent, focus on the silence. Allowing yourself to be absorbed in the moment, becoming that peace, not just feeling it, becoming that stillness. Gently bringing your focus just beneath your nose and sitting with your breath in silence, allowing yourself to become the very quality you feel. On your next breath out, expanding your awareness to include your whole body once again. Notice if there's any discomfort in the body, any pain, any tightness, any itch. Bringing your focus to your seat. Notice your health, notice the sensations. From those sensations, become aware of your hips. Moving down towards your thighs. From your knees to your ankles. Scanning the front and the back of your legs. Moving to your feet. And then finally to the soles of your feet. Notice your back is straight and upright. Your shoulders, arms, hands comfortable. Eyes are still closed, mouth is still closed, face is still relaxed. Coming back to your breath. As the breath comes in, you can sense your body. As the breath goes out, you can sense your body. And as you sense your body, notice how you're feeling. What has changed, if anything? When you hear the next bell, use this bell to draw a few deep breaths in your own good time, gently opening your eyes. Savor the silence, savor the moment.